Hear from the man himself. You might see football and be like, yeah, this is not my thing. But this is not a story just about football. This is a story about family, friendship, and attaining a goal. Just like any other story. And one thing I would say about my writing skills is that sometimes I just be doing things that surprises me. For example, how I establish the plot lines of each story. This is only stuff that I see on a professional level, but I was doing this subconsciously without even trying. For example, the kid crying on the bench. Here I introduce our main characters, right? Then the blood of a legend. This is the overarching main character's goal, right? The main character's overarching goal, rather, his main goal. Then I introduce the dawn of the friend group episode. Now I brought it together with the side characters. The side characters, something was happening with their friendship and their connection, and they're trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Now I can use that to go back in time and explain how they got to that point in chronological order. Now, Premature Vengeance is a story that ties back to Blood of a Legend. Basically, Premature Vengeance introduces the boss of the rivalry that happens in Blood of a Legend and Dawn of a Friend Group. Hate for a Creep is a philosophical mind play, asking why people like looking at the world from the point of view of someone that is being seen as a creep, basically, and questioning if the person is a creep or just perception, like empathizing with someone who's been seen as undervalued by people. I don't know. And resentment is basically from the point of view of the main character who I introduced as good. Yeah, I show the dark side of the main. Yeah, I show the dark side of the father of the protagonist, or the adopting father of the protagonist. And the rest of the story, the rest of the episode is how I establish a new rivalry. And every rivalry is tied to each other. Every single rivalry is tied, intertwined. So don't be surprised if you see a character from episode 13 pop back into episode 20. And now my job as a writer is to make it make sense to you. And my job as an artist is to display it. I wouldn't lie to you. I am not a world-class artist. I wouldn't lie to you about that. I'm just a guy that's trying to that focuses more on clarity. Not that is any better than anyone who is a world-class artist that is all about making things look sweet to the eye. But me, I don't think I have that ability. So what I lean on is just my ability to stack up objects, to stack up characters in a way that explains what they're doing clearly. And that's what I think the charm of Pigskin's King of ISO Football is. It's not just a football book, it's a philosophical piece. It's how I see the world, and not just how I see the world, also how I observe the world, but something that a philosophical piece. I've always been a philosophical person, and this is a very great outlet. Who am I? My name is David the Lash Adeniyi, and I'm wishing you a good day. Take good care of yourself, alright? Bye.